about 5 cloves of garlic, an onion, a tomato, also some poblano peppers, some sweet white corn, and I'm gonna get the frozen kind because that way you don't have to cut it off, but you can use the corn on the cob. You just have to cut it each individual off, but I find this one, I like this one really good. And then I'm also going to be using about 1.5 pounds of ground turkey, some caldo de pollo or chicken flavor, some crushed tomatoes. Also, I'm going to be using pepper jack cheese for the topping. You can use whatever cheese you like, but I like to use this one for the topping because it's going to give it a little kick. So I'll see you after I chop all these ingredients. Okay guys, now I dumped the ground turkey into the pan, and I'm gonna take 3 of the cloves of garlic and press them with the garlic presser. That way you have all of that yummy flavor in there. And when you use garlic, you don't want to skip this part because garlic always gives your meat a good flavor and a good just overall taste to it. And then I'm also going to take a majority of your items. I'm going to take all of the tomato. The only thing I'm leaving is some of the onion, and that's going to be for the sauce that I'm going to make. And I'll show you when I make that. And then you're just going to go ahead and dump the rest of it in there. So you just want to leave that about that much of onion for your sauce. Okay, now I'm going to add some pepper to it, and also some pink Himalayan salt. But you can use whatever salt that you want to use. I just prefer this one. And I'm using the grinder for it. And then I'm going to take about a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin or comino as well. Then I'm going to turn my heat on to like a medium high. And while that's cooking, I'm going to just mix everything in there and just let it get all the flavors. And once it's almost done, I'll show you what I'm going to do after that. Okay, now that your meat's almost done, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna have juices in it, and that's all flavor because that came from the tomatoes and all your stuff in here. But I tasted it earlier, and I feel that I'm gonna add a little bit, maybe about a teaspoon of caldo de pollo, which is like the chicken stock in there. And then I'm going to take my cute little pumpkin pan. Earlier I had made some beans. And you can use homemade beans or canned beans. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to use. But I had made beans earlier. And I'm also going to take about a cup of beans, and I'm going to add it to my mixture. And like I said, this is all going to be like flavors that you're going to have. The excess The excess chili that I used, that I cut out, I put it in the meat here because I don't like to waste anything. When I grew up, my dad said that we have to use everything. So never waste any of your ingredients. And now I'm going to taste it to see what it needs.
Yeah, that's really good.
When you're going to make a sauce, actually I felt it needs a little more salt. But other than that, it'll be perfect. Okay. Now this mixture should be about done. Now I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to come over here and make the sauce for the bottom of the pan. And this is, again, is all extra flavor to your stuffed chilies. Now that was a can of crushed tomatoes, and the onions that I used earlier that I said leave a little extra, these are it, along with the extra 2 cloves of garlic and a pinch of oregano. And I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna blend all this yummy goodness together. But I'm also gonna add a little bit of caldo de pollo as well to this. Maybe a half a teaspoon of caldo de pollo and some pepper. Along with about maybe a third of a cup of water. And then I'm gonna take it and blend it all together. Okay, now that your ingredients are all blended together, it's gonna look like a kind of like a tomato sauce, saucy kind of mixture. But again, you're gonna want to taste this for flavor. And see right there, I feel like I need a little extra salt. Maybe about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. But again, always adjust to your flavor or your taste. But you always want to taste your food. That's why it's so important to taste your food, to make it great. Just give it a quick mix. And now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour this mixture into my pan, the bottom of the pan. And I'm gonna coat it. That way, when I lay out the chili peppers, it's gonna be on top of that, all of that yummy goodness right here. See? Now I'm gonna place the peppers inside of it. Okay, now we're gonna preheat our oven to 375 before we put the chili peppers in. That way it has a chance to warm up and preheat before. So I just went ahead and did that, and now we're gonna come over here and stuff our chili. Okay, now that I'm finished stuffing these, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the oven. And if you notice, I didn't put the cheese on yet because I want these to cook in the sauce first for about 15-20 minutes, and then maybe about 8 minutes before they're done, I'm gonna place the cheese on there so it can melt nice and juicy over that and not get so hard. Now I'm gonna do that. Alrighty now. Okay, now I'm adding the cheese on here. It's been about 25 minutes and I'm gonna put it back in just until the cheese melts. And we'll show you that product afterwards. Now I just pulled these out of the oven and this is how you're gonna want them to look. It's been about a total of about like 37 to 38 minutes total. The 7 minutes extra just to melt your cheese. And I have a bed of brown rice And I'm just gonna place it over, but look how delicious and moist that is. You can also drizzle your sauce over it and serve it with Spanish rice or any side dish that you enjoy, like a salad or whatever. But today we're having it with brown rice. And there you have it. And don't forget to subscribe to Loralee's Classic Kitchen for more of these recipes. And thanks a lot. Have a blessed day, and I'll be seeing you soon.